Do, 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 do. Huh. Hey, Mirrors. How you doing? Yeah. Turn my cam off while I eat. A little bit of a late dinner. Hey, Wings.
Hallelujah. 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 Why is that song in my head?
You're just happy to see me?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's exactly it. Muckster's back and Finkel has a premiere. Okay. Are we live? Yeah, we are live. Okay. And we're streaming to Muckster's channel and we're streaming to Old Sarge Finkel's channel. When you texted me, I was on a panel. The lady's name is the Raging Tomato. She hosts a very, very good panel. Very polite. Joe Cool's there, and we have varying. The panelists had varying opinions on various topics. We covered taxes for church, Second Amendment, and we were just getting into testing on animals when you paged me, and which afforded me the opportunity to politely leave before I got too hot-headed. A very, very polite, well-mannered debate, even of differences of opinions. So you ever get bored, look her up. I don't think she's all week, but she does. If I remember correctly, she does a wine sipping show, light drinking show, and then she does tonight. Monday's moderator night, and I forget what Tuesday is, but I think she does 3 shows a week, and slightly different formats. So Sunday night is just her by herself on the panel and answering every chat entry, except for some of her known trolls. We all get them. There's trolls. In 26 minutes on my videos tab is a premiere. I'll try to watch the chat and interact with anything I think is important. But basically, that topic is the constitutionality of the election of 2020, and YouTube tagged a Wikipedia story to it. I don't know why they did that. But also I go into the January 6th issue and why it was an attack on the Constitution, at least in my opinion. I got the impression there were some different opinions on that panel, but they were very polite. We actually didn't go there. Take it you are okay for testing on cats. I jokingly said, I'm okay testing on Republicans, and I'm on the fence about testing on animals. But
hello, TB.
Huh? How you doing?
I said hello, TB.
I almost called him what General Spastic's been calling him. I almost called him
Yeah.
lung disease, which it's not intentional. It's just you listen to that asshole enough, you just start picking up some of his terminology. By the way, what is wrong with stamp collecting?
Well, I think newsmatists should be arrested. I don't know why somebody says there's something wrong with it.
He says stamp collectors like it's some kind of insult. I don't collect stamps, but I've never opposed someone because they do. Longer, I'm cool with it. Mirrors is in the house. Hello, Mirrors. Wingspan. Hey, how you doing, Wingspan?
Maybe he thinks it's a unmanly nerd type hobby.
It could be. I don't know. Anybody who has a passion for anything, making models, playing video games, getting on
Yep.
YouTube and bullshitting, everyone's got a hobby. He seems to be real big about touching grass. Some kind of fetish about touching grass. I don't get it. I did try it the other day when I went to go kayak and all the kayaking places were closed. I touched grass. I didn't get the big deal. I'm like, oh, it's just grass.
I'd like to introduce him to some NFL linemen who knit and see what he thinks about that.
Knitting. Oh, I've never knitted. I've because I had one of those wives in the Army. I did a lot of my own sewing on patches and name tags. Usually you could spend a few dollars and have someone sew them on professionally. But yeah, I had one of those wives. I didn't have a lot
Bill.
of Bill M. That's exactly what it is. He has room to talk with his gaming. Yeah, and I have nothing against people play computer games, but why would you take one hobby as an insult and another hobby as, hey, it's something I do? Are we an open panel or limited panel? What kind of panel are we?
Well, I thought if we were going to be going to the premiere, there was no sense in starting the panel.
Okay, all right. We will. We could do that. We could go presentee, share screen, and the election 2020 was 100% constitutional. And I forgot how I titled it. And I should probably make sure it has sound. Yeah, I guess it's in 22 minutes. I don't know if you guys want to panel until then or what.
If somebody wants to come up, I got nothing against it.
Okay. Anybody want to come up? Indicate in the chat if you want to come up and you're not a troll and you're not a Vips. I'm sorry. I understand through rumor control that it's Lemmy Audit's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you ignorant piece of shit.
Remember, black birthdays matter.
Okay, yes, black birthdays matter. I did a quick live earlier today, and he was trying to troll, but I was just using it as a quick video. Apparently, white Europeans are the most enslaved people in history. Because it started in the 9th century.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know if sound's on this thing. I don't remember how long it is. It's just me rambling. I don't know if we care or not. Is there people waiting in there? Let me see. Peekaboo. Three are waiting. Of course, one of them is me. So I don't know
And me.
Okay. So there's one person waiting. All right.
Well, if nobody much goes over there, if you wanted to, you could just watch it from here and comment. People in here could comment.
Yeah. I always thought a premiere was just a way to delay something and, people notice. But a couple premieres ago, someone said, how come you're not over there answering questions in the chat? I'm like, I don't know. Apparently, people want you to be in the chat when you run a premiere video.
Yeah, I think when you announce it as a premiere, it's like you're presenting it.
You're right. Okay. I was just going to ignore it and stay on the Raging Tomato and have some well-mannered debate, discussion. Yeah, I'd say it's more of a discussion than a debate. I mentioned my church, and there was some confusion about me being a Christian. Now, my church is not a Christian church. My church is what we'd call a universalist church. We have Christians, we have atheists, we have Jews and Muslims, we have Hindus, we have people who don't know what the fuck. That's me. I'm a person who doesn't know what the fuck. I acknowledge there's a power out there greater than me, and I have no way to understand he, she, it, or they. That's just,
so what do you do there? What do you do there?
Well, one of the things that bothered them is before, we haven't done it since pandemic. Before pandemic, in Virginia, Martin Luther King Day co-aligns with the day or two before our state legislature meets. So we would every year on Martin Luther King Day, untaxed, rent a bus for the church, and a bunch of us would get on the bus and go down to Richmond, and we would lobby. No, not Orthodox, Universalists. And we would lobby our state representatives to pass stricter gun laws, safer gun laws, I should say, and stricter, I don't know. And I got a little bit of a rise out of the chat. The panel was very polite. Joe Cool was there. He thought I was a Christian. He kind of like, because I'm in favor of taxing churches who do political activities. And my church does political activities. We are a tax-exempt church. And I think that we should be taxed because we do make money, we do have employees, and we do have expenses. I don't know. I have no idea how we rented that bus. Was that a tax service? I don't know. But I don't think when we're doing stuff like that, we should be tax-free. Of course, I stand alone. The other congregation members think that we shouldn't be taxed. I'm thinking any church that involves itself in political activities or for-profit activities. I don't think we're really a for-profit church. We're pretty fair on our expenditures, but yeah, I think if we represent ourselves as a church and lobby, I think we should be taxed just like any corporation that lobbies. Good morning. What is new? What is new? Muckster's channel is back online. Finkel's channel's got a premiere in 17 minutes. It's not a big deal. And also what's new is Hanky Spanky is here. Hello, Hanky Spanky. You look familiar, but I'm not really sure. I have a bad memory. And what is new is today I was on a panel that's new to me. It's been there for a while. It's called The Raging Tomato. It's a pretty polite panel. At least it was tonight. I guess I have to watch some old ones and see if it's always been polite. All right. We have 10 in the chat. And I believe after the premiere, we're going to go to either open or limited panel. Frosted Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious. Oh, sorry. Hey, mate. Yeah, I've been around for a while. The Raging Tomato's been around for a while? Okay. I just stumbled across it recently. The host goes by the Raging Tomato. And she seems pretty polite, pretty level-headed. And she has a lady from, I think she said she was from Oklahoma. And I get that when people get out of line, she's their Muckster. I think she's the one that, yeah.
Everybody needs one.
Everyone needs one, yes. No, I've been around for a while. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names, especially when I don't see faces. So you could have been here 3 times last week, and I might have a hard time recognizing.
Yeah, Hanky's been coming in.
Okay. All right. And I've probably been the least co-owner of this StreamYard to be actually on this StreamYard, I think. Maybe Killing Time's got less time, but he's got chores to do. His wife makes him do chores. And Muckster takes charge. He drinks right out of the jug. I'm just a lazy good for nothing. 14 minutes till I have to answer questions to whatever audience goes to watch. There's 3 waiting. Okay, there's 1 waiting besides me and Muckster.
Later on now, we'll come back maybe if nothing else there's no big conversation. I'll show you the song Ariel did for me. I think you'll like it.
Another AI song?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. They tend to be easier on the copyright about that. Yeah. I got a copyright notification, not a strike. I did a video with my girlfriend singing "Everyone Hurts Sometimes" by
oh, is that who sang that? She's good.
Yeah, that was Holly. Yeah. But they still recognized the lyrics in the tune, and they said, "Hey, this music belongs to somebody." But it wasn't a strike; it was just a notification. I love her singing. She's a wonderful singer. Oh. I invite her on the show, but she doesn't approve of what I do on the boob tube. She thinks it's childish. She's right. It's childish.
She wants you to take up stamp collecting.
She sings. She does apartment gardening. That means she's got all the pots and stuff out on her patio. And before the pandemic, she'd get on that bus with me and go down and lobby the state legislator. And there's other things I probably shouldn't disclose about her. But you know about me, so I guess you can guess where I met her. All right. It is getting warm in here. Why? What is my thermostat set on? It's set on 77 and 71 degrees. Okay, I'm going to blow the fan for 2 hours. There we go. I'm going to turn on this little fan here. Is that fan loud?
No.
Okay. Just really hot. It's just the air still. Circulate the air.
My thing is done uploading. I'll play you that song now in case something happens later. Let's see. Okay.
You got 12 minutes.
Well, yeah, I did a full video, but this song was in it. I queued it up to there.
Does this sound familiar? My Finkel can take me fishing in your boat, Mr. Finkel. It's not a damn boat, it's a ship. Okay, that does sound familiar, yes.
With a heart as heavy as a stone, he found no saving grace. He met a man with empty eyes who spoke just foolish words. Muckster sighed and tipped his hat, your ramblings for the birds. Down by the riverside he found respite from the din. Another soul approached him there and tried to chime right in, grumbling about the weather or the cost of cheap beer. Muckster clenched his jaw and said, "You got no business here." Muckster's got no time for the babble and the babble. Folks who can't think straight, they put him in a grapple with a sneer and a huff. He sends them on their way. Muckster's blues are heavy, they follow every day. In the shadowed forest paths he sought some quiet ground, but even there the simpletons, they tracked his footsteps down. With tales of nonsense, broken dreams that rattle and they hum, Muckster's patience broke, he snarled, "Boy, you better run." At a tavern late at night, Muckster drank alone, another fool sat by his side. His words just droned and droned. Why the long-faced brother ain't life but just to see? Muckster's eyes turned cold as ice. Boy, you don't know me. Muckster's got no time for the babble and the babble. Folks who can't think straight, they put him in a grapple with a sneer and a huff. He sends them on their way. Muckster's blues are heavy, they follow every day. Muckster's got no time for the babble and the babble. Folks who can't think straight, they put him in a grapple with a sneer and a huff. He sends them on their way. Muckster's blues are heavy, they follow every day.
I love it. Terrence Brewer is waving his lighter in the air for you, Muck.
Babble and babble. Folks who can't think straight, they put him in a grapple with a sneer and a huff. He sends them on their way. Muckster's blues are heavy, they follow every day.
I'm David Finkel, and I approve this message. Oh,
Peace out.
oh. The internet is forever. David Finkel, and I approve this message. All right.
By the way, Ariel did that, not me.
Ariel did that with the help of artificial intelligence. Right. Right? Or did he actually write it? That's artificial intelligence, right?
No, that was AI, yeah. Mm.
I'd like to know how you cue it to go along certain themes.
It's really, it's interesting. Like the one I did about us,
Mm-hmm.
I put in there different things. Like I said, Sarge thinks he's in charge.
Oh.
And I put Muckster's the executioner.
Okay.
And I put one is killing time. The other is no angel. Okay.
Ariel, yeah, gotcha.
It took Sarge's thinks he's in charge to something like the invisible man behind the scenes. And it didn't do executioner for me, but it had this idea of it. I guess I imagine they look for phrases,
Right.
you know, so that people aren't doing nasty songs about their wife or something like that, you know.
I should do one on my ex-wife. Oh, I'm a bad man. Bad man. Bad man.
And you tell it what style you want to.
Mm-hmm.
You could say, give me a country music song about.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised at what a good job it did. I love that one that Ariel did. I thought it nailed me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me see. The anticipation of 6 minutes till my premiere. Oh, I should probably put that up, huh? All right.
And remember, folks, tonight's episode is brought to you by Dr. Pepper Zero. None of the sugar, but all the flavor of the Dr. Pepper you love.
Why does Dr. Pepper come in a bottle? Because his wife died. You're going to think twice before you have another sip, aren't you?
Yeah. I don't know what he does, but it tastes fine.
Okay.
What's it start 12:30?
It starts in 5 minutes. I guess that's 12:30. Yes.
I just noticed my clock.
You're good at the math. Right. If I do this, no, wrong one. Where is my channel? There's my channel. Okay. And there is the live, and there is okay, I am off of sound. Top chat, I want that to be live chat. I should probably plug this into here. Okay.
So there's still only one person over there.
Victor B, who claims to be the warmest. What's the warmest?
And he's in the Warrens.
Okay. Post-show discussion will be at.
There you go.
Man, I could probably pin that over there, couldn't I? Oh, those damn hard things. Bumpsy poo.
Hey, have you looked at our YouTube chat lately?
This current chat?
I mean, go to the YouTube side and look at it.
All right. Muckster is back. Okay, what am I looking for?
Well, let me make sure it's stuck.
Did anyone see Kaiser's live today where JJ's going to help Billy sue Stonevet? Oh, those poor simpletons. They try so hard. Yeah, I'm looking at our YouTube side of this particular show.
And you know how annoying, you notice how annoying that heart is?
Yeah. That's annoying.
Yeah. It's gone.
I still see it.
Oh, okay. I guess you have to do it for yourself then. Go
Here.
up to those three dots up top and hit the reactions. Turn off reactions.
Up here?
Yeah, there's three dots at the top of chat.
Reactions. Oh. And that's just for me.
Yeah, apparently, because
Okay. Thank you, sir.
yeah, and aren't I a genius? Yeah, somebody told me the other day, I forget who.
JJ contacted the wrong Billy. I guess Stonevet did a thing on the wrong Billy and said he would help him as well.
Oh, hey.
Right or wrong, Stonevet just pointed out something that's public information. Get over yourselves, people.
You know what I just discovered about the heart thing though?
Yeah, what's that?
I went back over to the premiere and I don't see it over there either. So I guess you remove it from any chat you go to.
Okay. All right. So it's for me, the viewer.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because that thing's annoying. Wingspan Angel saw Kimmy in chat and tell someone that they did the same to her, but the lady was from Washington State. Is Kimmy trying to say it's the lady from Washington State that sent everyone the naughty pictures? When it comes to Michael Kaiser, you're spelling Kaiser wrong again. He's going to end up having his hands full when Mode Media returns. You know, I'm actually, I've heard Mode Media, but I don't know who he, she, it, or they are. Are you familiar with Mode Media?
Just hearing people talk about it.
Yeah, me too. Oh man, it's past his bedtime.
Wings, just do what we did. Go up to the three dots at the top of chat and turn off reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I thought I was doing it as like a mod thing and turning them off, but I guess it's something you do for yourself wherever you go. Well, actually, if you do it here, it looks like it follows you in any place you go to.
Right.
Oh, hey, look.
All right. It should be beginning. Why does it say shortly? It's time. Showtime, bitch. Go, 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 go. How many people got? Nobody's watching over there. No, it's just the three of us. Oh, still got 1 minute. Okay. My computer clock says 12:29. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it does say 12:29.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up. Boat is the one that sent out the letters to. Oh, good job, Mode Media. All right, there we go. Let's give it some sound. All right. Handsome fellow. It's 2024. It's just a few months till we have ourselves another election. How are elections done? How have they been done? What is the electoral process in the United States of America? I'm going to suggest to you, I'm going to suggest to you that the electoral process of 2020 was 100% constitutional. 100%. I'm going to suggest to you that on January 6th, 2021, my Constitution was attacked. Many of us have taken many oaths, oaths of enlistment, officer oaths, oaths of public service, and we pretty much say the same thing, that we will support and defend the Constitution of the United States pretty much against all enemies, foreign and domestic. On January 6, 2021, there was a direct attack on the Constitution of the United States. To prove or disprove that, you have to ask, how did we get here? This is January 20th, 2021. Joseph Biden Jr. was inaugurated. His vice president, Kamala Harris, also inaugurated as vice president. By the way, the vice president has another title, president of the Senate. It's in the Constitution. Like it, love it, hate it. It is. Well, okay. There are folks who love this guy and this lady. There are folks who hate them. There are folks who like one but hate the other. There are folks who didn't vote for him and what the fuck? How did he get there? Why is he the president? I didn't vote for him. We've come to a time when everyone thinks it's all about themselves. You didn't vote for this guy. But I'm here to prove to you that his presidency is 100% constitutional. The process it took to make him president is constitutional. And any hindrance of that is unconstitutional. We got to backwards engineer this. How did we get here? How did we get to the inauguration and those wonderful fireworks, the little parade? We were in a pandemic at the time, so yeah, the parade was kind of small. The gathering's kind of small. Well, let's go January 2021. Why January 2021? Why January 20? didn't the early presidents get inaugurated in warmer weather? It's freezing too cold in Washington, D.C. in January, man. Somehow that evolved. There are amendments about that. But what happened before President Biden was sworn in? According to 3 U.S. Code 15, counting electoral votes in Congress, the date is the 6th day of January, succeeding the meeting of the electors in the various states. The Senate and the House of Representatives shall meet in the hall of the House of Representatives, which, by the way, in the hall of the House of Representatives, only members and former members of Congress can go in there, and cleaning staff. Yeah, you can visit during certain hours in the gallery, the lofts that overlook, but to be on that floor, you have to be a member of Congress or be invited by a member of Congress. 24/7, that is limited access. But specifically on the 6th of January at 1 p.m., that is the only thing that's going on in the halls of Congress. Why the 6th of January? Well, according to the Constitution, the executive power shall be, it's very long, so I truncated it. The Congress may determine the time of choosing the electors and the day in which they shall give their votes, which day shall be the same throughout the Congress chose that. So Congress codified, for whatever reason, January 6th. Probably too backdated because there's a constitutional amendment that says inauguration is on the 20th. To get everything done before the 20th, you got to do all that other shit with a stop time of January 6th, as chosen by Congress. Well, why did Congress choose January 6th? Well, before January 6th, each state, in such a manner as the legislative thereof, a number of electors equal, they do the math. They have a certain number of electors, and they vote, and they send it off to the the president of the Senate, and to both houses of the Congress and to the National Archives. But each state shall appoint these electors in a matter of their own choosing. So far, we're in the Constitution. President's inaugurated on January 20th. The counting of the electoral votes happened on January 6th. The reason it's January 6th is because Congress chose the dates as per the Constitution. And how do they choose the electors? Because they receive the electoral votes from each state in such a manner as the legislator thereof. In each state, they have a micro version of the federal city. You have 2 houses of Congress, you have senators, and you have representatives. They pass bills and they send it to the president for signing or vetoing. Well, on the state level, you have 2 houses of a legislator, kind of like Congress, a little bit smaller. Some of them are a little bit bigger, but anyway, they choose their electors. They choose them however they want to. Generally, most of the time, they choose it by popular vote. I get it. There's a lot of people think one side or the other, stole votes, hid votes, made votes disappear. But it's up to the legislator to determine who the electors are going to be by whatever means they want to. It's up to the legislator to have those votes cast and certify them. And part of the certification process is the governor of each state signs off on it. So you have the lower house, the representatives, and their upper house, their state senates. They decide, these electors or these electors, they're going to vote. And when those electors vote, they sign off on it. And when they sign off on it, the state legislator send it to their governor. He signs it off. Some of them do it by Secretary of State at the state level. Either way, there's a process. but part of that process is the state level House of Representatives, the legislators, and the state level Senate. I guess what election 2020 boils down to is what are the real, I mean, there are many states that are permanently blue, and there's many states out that are permanently red, and there's a lot of states that are contested. They call them swing states. What is one of the make or break states of 2020? Oh, it's just north here, Pennsylvania. Yeah, look at that. That's the state house in Pennsylvania. Those guys picked the electors that represented Pennsylvania's votes, the electoral college votes. They picked them. Their governor signed off on it. Their Senate and their lower house certified them. The Senate and the lower house certified them. Do I have to repeat myself? The state Senate of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania certified those votes. Yes, they did. And they had their governor and or secretary of state give their nod, and they sent Pennsylvania's electoral college votes to Congress, the House of Representatives, the Senate, the president of the Senate, which we also call the vice president, and of the National Archives. Okay. There was a kerfluffle about some fake electors. Several states did this. I don't remember. Was Pennsylvania one of them? But whichever you consider the real electors or the fake electors or the backup electors, however you want to argue that, one of the parties involved certified what actually went to the January 6th counting was the state Senate. Who do we know in the state Senate? Well, I'm in Northern Virginia, so just north of me is a strip of Maryland, and just north of that, the very first district, the very first state Senate district is around the Gettysburg area, Carlisle. Who represents them on the state Senate level? Oh, this guy. Senator Doug Mastriano. I believe he ran for governor or maybe the federal Senate. I don't remember. He ran for something, lost. What do we know about Doug Mastriano? Well, he has to take the oath to serve in the Senate. He's sworn in. There's another oath he took. What was that oath? Oh, he served in the United States Armed Forces. That looks like Army. Oh, airborne, air assault. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 racks. That's a nice rack. Remember the video I did the other day? Don't I have a nice rack? Beautiful rack there. This man rose his right hand more than once, and something along the lines that he swore to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. This is what I call an oath breaker. Let's go back. Remember the one in the uniform. Okay. Okay. We had an inauguration day. And before inauguration day, we had January 6th. What's January 6th? Codified. Why is it codified? Because Congress gets to choose when. When did Congress choose? January 6th. What happened on January 6th? We know. But on January 6th, what was really done aside from the interruptions, was they counted the electoral votes sent by the various states, including Pennsylvania, which includes their lower house and their Senate, which is one of the representatives in the Senate, Senator Doug Mastriano. He has taken the oath. The motherfucker violated the oath. Is there any doubt in anyone's mind who saw everything I've said up to now that whether you like him or hate him, whether you think votes were stolen at the popular level in the various states or faked or the other guy's votes were lost or whatever kerfluffle you think about the popular vote counting, how we choose a president is through the Electoral College. Many of us hate it. Many of us love it. Many of us just tolerate it. The Electoral College is how we do it. The Electoral College is counted on January 6th. And They base their count on what these guys send them, and part of these guys is this guy, and this guy took the oath. Where was he on after approving the Democratic votes, after approving the votes that went towards Biden, after approving the votes that Pennsylvania was part of what tipped the balance in Biden's favor and caused Biden to be up here on January 20th, is my pointer? Yeah. There he is. He's getting sworn in. Why? Because this guy, among others, was part of the body who sent electors to vote for this guy. I guess he had a change of mind. He didn't like the way his state did it, because the Constitution says his state's going to do it the way his state wants to. His states did it. His state apparently had second thoughts. Doug Mastriano was at January 6th, protesting what he was a part of what happened. I didn't like that I sent the electoral college votes for the other guy, so I'm going to go protest. Stop the steal. Stop the steal. Hang Mike Pence. Hang Mike Pence. Yeah, he was there. Look at this one. This is the rail, the second rail. I'm sorry, that's the first rail. Oh, okay, bad orientation. That's the first rail, and that tells the people, don't cross this line. There were two rolls of those rails. That was a gentleman's way in saying, stay the fuck out. We have official business going on today at 1 o'clock. The general public is not allowed. He's in this picture. He's in this picture. That's a staff member. This is one of his staff members trying to hide what happened here. And here he is clearly inside, not the first one, not the second one. He's up there against the Capitol. He is in violation. Why was he there? He was there to stop the steal. What did he call the steal? He called the steal the counting of the electoral votes that he was part of sending to have counted. That's fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. Okay, January 6th was the attack on the Constitution. A lot of people say, well, I saw them walking in very nicely. They waltzed in. Do you know where those doors were? They weren't on the steps. Those doors were up here on the portico. How do you get up here on the portico? You climb. This portico is like a front porch without any external access unless you climb. Why were they climbing? Because they couldn't get in during conventional means. They had to fight their way in. A lot of cops were injured. A lot of these folks, I don't see in here, a lot of these folks carried back to blue flags. Not seeing any there. Okay. But they were attacking the Capitol when the Capitol had one purpose and one purpose only at and after 1 p.m. on January 6th. Here's a better view. This is the lower portico, and yeah, there are steps from the lower to the upper. How do you get up there? You have to climb up there. Take a picture of the Capitol when no one's there. There's no external access without climbing. Scaffolding. A lot of people used the scaffolding that was being built for the inauguration. They use that to access it illegally. There's fencing around that. You're not supposed to be there. You're breaking the law. Why are you breaking the law? To stop the steal. Why do you want to stop the steal? Because you don't believe in the constitutional process that got us to this point. There they are. See, does that look like they're walking in politely through doors? No, these folks here, see these guys climbing up the wall? Eventually, you're going to see a picture of them politely walking in a door up here. You will see that. How do you justify this? If they're just they didn't walk in any doors to get there. They fought their way. They climbed their way. They assaulted the Capitol building. A lot of controversy about this thing here. It was a miniature. It wasn't a full-size gallows. This is correct. This is correct. But this rope, completely elongated with this thing here tightened around a person's neck, you would have to be 8 feet tall to have your neck in here and have your feet reach down here. How many 8 feet tall speakers of the House do you know? How many 8 feet tall vice presidents or presidents of the Senate Most people are 6 feet. I'm 6'2". I'm taller than average. If you put my neck in there and you pushed me off, true, this is not a full-size gallows, but that will do what a gallows is meant to do, because I would fall with all my weight. The weight would hit right here, and my feet would be dangling, as would, say, I don't know, Nancy Pelosi, say maybe Mike Pence. It's funny. What were they chanting? Hang Mike Pence, hang Mike Pence. Secret Service got his ass out of there. Why did the Secret Service evacuate Mike Pence? Because these fuckers wanted to hang him. Duh. All right. This is your peaceful entry into the Capitol building. Look at that. They're just waltzing in. And look, the cops are holding the door open for them. The pictures you've seen of cops standing by the door, being polite, being friendly, are defeated cops after 100 times their number overwhelmed them. Here's a guy politely walking through an entrance to the Capitol building after the first and after the second barrier that was there to tell polite people, stay the fuck out. Oh, here's the outer barrier. And here's the inner barrier. Yeah, somebody wants to cross that's going to cross that. You need people to remind people, don't cross that. And even after they cross the first one, now they have to actually struggle over the second one. You're being told to stay the fuck out. By the way, the Capitol building is not the people's house. The Capitol building is the seat of the legislative branch, and maybe it's the people's building, but the people's building has business hours. My ship was owned by the people. Can't have any civilian just jump on the ship. We had the capability for nuclear weapons. Those nuclear weapons were owned by the people. Does that mean the average Joe citizen can jump up there and get into the ASRock magazine and, hey, I'm just investigating my equipment. I'm people. Bullshit. They had to fight their way in. These cops are getting overwhelmed and getting their ass kicked. All for the purpose of stopping the still. What is the still? The still is the electoral college count wasn't going your way. If you're doing this, you are literally an enemy of the Constitution. And that is the end of my slideshow. Yeah, you see lots of pictures of people being polite, walking around nicely around the tundra. How'd they get into the tundra? Did they come in here? Or did they climb up here? Climb up here. Use the steps or climb up here. They may have waltzed through a door somewhere. Some of them did. It was force. It was direct force with the clearly stated purpose in the planning and the execution. Stop the steal. Any of these people are literally, not figuratively, not pout, you're on the other side, literally attacking the constitutional process. They are literally acting as enemies of the Constitution of the United States, which I, and who else? Doug, swore an oath to support and defend the Constitution. Support and defend the Constitution. January 6th was an attack on the Constitution, and this oath breaker broke his oath. This oath keeper kept his oath. Years later, this oath keeper is still keeping his oath. Those fucksticks out there calling themselves the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers and the 3%ers. Yeah, there were 3%ers there. Oh, what's that? What's that, my brother's creeper? 3%ers were represented there, violating the Constitution of the United States, attacking the Constitution of the United States. If you had anything with the planning or execution of this and didn't come clean, you are an enemy of the Constitution of the United States of America, and I am sworn to support and defend it against your fucking ass. Deal with it. Cheerio. Well, that was fun. Actually, it's boring after you watched it 3 times. Um, Let me pin in my channel. It's up to you to pin in your channel. We are open to discussion about that or any topic, really. I'm not picky. 12 people in this chat. Oh, thank you, Nerdy. Thank you. Oh, thank you, GMK. I got acid indigestion. I saw Lemmy visited us. And I see Stoned Vet is in the house. Spread
Wait,
out
wait.
so you get us all at
I'm
once.
not sure that's really him.
Am I not being
I'm running from lawsuits, motherfuckers.
Rico?
Yeah, I just ducked in. I couldn't sleep. Took the day off of what's up, Muckster? Took the day off of the tubes. And then, we'll kind of cover it tomorrow. We had to do it for some other reason today. We had to take off. But back to regular, just for anybody who's watching, back to regular schedule. But tomorrow, Jeff and I are going to do like a battle update brief of Bub on some stuff. We want to get everybody updated on these hilariously stupid fucking lawsuits. Apparently, oh my god, there's just so much. I don't want to kill it tonight, but they claim they've already filed one lawsuit. That's never happened. Billy on his by the way, that was wrong information. I will admit, I ran out too fast with some information that I am responsible for not having corroborated or run down well enough. That was my bad. But we do have Billy's actual criminal, the real Billy, not the 53-year-old Billy, but or whatever 55-year-old Billy, but the 43-year-old Billy. And you're not going to believe this. It looks like burglary, just like Kaiser. 2 felony convictions, but a bunch of other shit. But anyway, more importantly, they said earlier that they filed last Friday a federal lawsuit against me. Well, nothing's in paper.